Welcome back. Today is part 2 of our miniature fridge build. In the previous video, we made the exterior shell. You can find the link in the corner of the screen and in the description below. Today, we are making the interior. We will use cardboard, white paper, and some old plastic containers to create beautiful, realistic shelves and drawers.
First, let's cut out a rectangle using the measurements shown on the screen.
Next, let's cover the rectangle with white paper. You only need to cover one side, since the back won't be visible.
Now, let's glue our back wall inside the fridge. It's time for the top and bottom pieces. Let's cut out 2 rectangles using the measurements shown on the screen.
And of course, let's cover these with white paper too. And of course, the side panels. Let's cut them out and cover them with white paper, just like the other pieces. And then, let's glue them in place.
Perfect! We also need to make a divider for the fridge. Let's cut out 3 rectangles using the measurements on the screen and glue them together to get the right thickness. This center post will perfectly hide the gap between the doors. Let's cover it up, but we need to be a little more careful with this one because it will be visible from 3 sides. For the front edge, I'm going to glue on a leftover strip from the same black bottle I used for the doors, but you can also just cover it with black paper.
Now, let's glue the divider in place using the distances shown on the screen. This step is super important so that the shelves fit perfectly later. If you change these measurements, just remember that you'll also need to adjust the length of your shelves and drawers. We still need to cover up these unfinished edges, so let's just cut a piece of white paper to the size of the doors and glue it right on. Now let's make the shelves. Some of them will be plastic and others will be made of cardboard. We can use any clear plastic containers. I always save mine when I order food delivery. I just wash them, stash them away, and I knew they would come in handy one day. So I'm cutting out 6 cardboard rectangles using the sizes shown and 4 plastic ones. If your plastic turns out to be very thin and flimsy, you'll need to hot glue a few layers together so the shelf can actually hold your items. For example, I'll show you how I glued 2 layers together right along the edges. Now it feels much sturdier. As for the cardboard shelves, we're going to make 2 thicker ones by gluing 2 identical pieces together and 2 thinner ones. In the end, we'll have 4 shelves. Make sure to carefully cover all of them with white paper on both sides. Once all the shelves are ready, it's time to install them. The easiest way is to mark the distances between them, just like in the diagram shown on screen. Since the shelves have different thicknesses, it's best to measure and mark the next distance only after you've glued the previous one in place. Let's start with the bottom shelves. We'll use the thinner cardboard pieces for these. If you want them to be extra secure, you can add a bit more glue right along the edge where they meet the sidewall. Now, for the thicker cardboard shelves, I designed them this way to clearly separate the drawer section from the rest of the shelves.
And of course, the plastic ones.
Now, let's build the plastic door bins.
Thicker plastic won't work here because we need to fold the walls to create the bins. With thicker material, you'd have to cut every side separately and glue them edge to edge. A great tip is to save plastic packaging, like cookie trays. You can often find pre-made sections that fit perfectly as shelves or door bins. Today, I'll show you how to fold one from a flat sheet of plastic. I'll put all the dimensions on the screen.
We have to make sure that when the fridge is closed, the door bins fit perfectly into the interior spaces. To get cleaner, sharper edges, we can give them a little help by firmly sliding a ruler along each fold. This is how the larger bins we just made look. Now, I'll give you the dimensions for the smaller shelves and the drawers. The process is exactly the same, only the measurements are different.
And we're done! It took a while because there were so many pieces, but it was worth it.
Now for the best part, filling the fridge. I've gathered quite a collection. I have items from mini brands, like this cake. You can see how I made it in my other video. I also saved these plastic containers from other mini foods and pizza boxes. They look amazing. As for other items, I have various drinks, milk, and even some pots. There's also a pineapple and these cakes, which are actually erasers, but they work perfectly as decorations here. And we're done. I think it turned out amazing. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to follow the building process of every room in this miniature house. I'd also really appreciate your support and shares. Don't forget to visit my Etsy shop for furniture templates. Tell me, what else would you like to see in this kitchen project? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!